Cards are awesome. Graded cards are even awesomer. We're going to show you how to make your awesome cards even awesomer by getting them graded. That's awesome. Happy hobby, I'm David Gonos, and if you're a sports card collector and you're working on a limited budget, that's what we do here at this channel at David Gonos. That's what we do on our podcast, the Happy Hobby Sports Card Podcast, and that's what we do in the newsletter and at our website at davidgonos.com. So today, though, we're talking about how to submit cards to PSA for grading. Now, specifically, we're talking about PSA because we're going to show you on their website how to do it step by step. We're going to show you an overview of the cards, how to prep them, how to get them ready to ship. We're going to show you how I package them up. We're going to show you everything so you know what to do if this is your first time ever submitting cards to PSA or ever submitting cards for grading in general. This is pretty much what you would do for all grading submissions. You just would do it on a different website than PSA. Now, PSA, you do have to have a Collectors Club membership to submit with them, which is about $150 for the year, and that gives you the ability to send them cards. And even then, though, you still have to hit minimums. Like, for instance, a 20 card minimum for their value bulk pricing. You got to hit 20 cards. If you're only going to send a few cards in, it's about $25 a piece. And those rates change, so make sure you check their website on their pricing before you take my word for it as far as how much it's going to cost no matter what. So to get to that 20, though, you have to think about it. If you say you only have 13 cards you want to get graded, well, it's going to cost you $25 per card to get graded. So if you can get to 16 cards to get graded, that amount would end up equaling what it would cost you to get 20 cards to get graded. See what I'm saying? So if you're going to get to the 13 card amount, find 3 more that you want to get graded to push you to that 16. And then you can get 4 graded basically for free. Does that make sense? It wouldn't be for free. I mean, you're paying for it. But if you're getting 16 graded, that's going to be the cost of what it would be to get 20 graded because of the discount, the $5 cheaper that you would get for the 20 card rate. I don't know if that makes sense or not, but just think about the numbers. You don't want to send 13 cards in to get graded and get dinged for $25 each when you can do 20 and get $20 each. It'll cost you a little bit more, but you'll get more cards back graded, which is nice. So we're going to do this. I'm going to show you the overhead on how to clean your card, how to prepare it, how you want to send it, what you want to send it in to PSA, and then I'll take you to the website itself, show you how to do it, and then we'll take you to the packaging part and how to ship it out. So let's get to that. Okay, so we're going to show you on a couple different cards. This is a paper card, chrome card, or chromium card. So I'm going to show you on both of them. I like to do it on a mat, like a breaking mat, and I like to put down a piece of paper, and then I get so the piece of paper is so you see particles if there's something, I can't see if there's stuff here. I wiped it off, but you can't see. This way I know that's clean. Get like a microfiber cloth, preferably like one like this, one of these thin ones where you can have a little more grip. And you don't have to buy anything special, although you can on my website, davidgonos.com. But you can find those on, like when you buy glasses, you can get those cards. So let me pull this out. And the reason I'm showing you 2 different types is because it's a little bit different. So for instance, on this one, also I wear gloves because especially on these chromium cards, you don't want to get thumbprints. You don't want to leave a thumbprint on there. What do they count off for thumbprints? Differing thoughts, but I feel like I'd rather clean the thumbprint off than to get a slab back and it has my thumbprint, or for them to knock it because it has a thumbprint, or to make them do work and be mad they have to do work to wipe it off. Maybe they wipe it off anyways, who knows? But notice that I'm wiping off from the middle out. Don't wipe off from the outside in, so that you don't catch an edge or catch a corner or anything like that. All right, so I've over wiped this really. Like you just want to give it a couple wipes. You don't really have to go over the back to give the back wipe. Put it in a new penny sleeve. And also the penny sleeves I like to use for submission. This was dusty. Penny sleeves I like to use to submit are these ones with tabs at the top. And I'll show you what that means in a second. You may not be able to see it in the camera, but it's got a little tab so I can put it in, slide it in. It doesn't catch the corners like a regular one would. And it has a tab right there. So the reason that's important is, first, you get a card saver. I like to use card savers. Card saver 1 in this case, and those are, from what I understand, the preference of PSA. Put a thick card in there and just leave it in there. I just park it in there, and then the next time I grade, they're available. But put one in there. When you get this one out, this one has a little dust on it. When you get this out, it has a gap in there from where the card was. So when you slide your card in there, it has a little space. Or it has some space, I should say. And then it fits in there nice and snug. So that's why I like to use that little, this guy, so that, let's see, where is it? Empty. So now when I'm done with it, when I pull this one out, I put it into the next one and jam it down into the corners and really get it down in there so it's making some room for when you go to put your next card in there. So I save that, and then I have rotating thick cards that I do it with, so that one's always getting one ready for the next one. Make sense? So that Caitlin's done. Now, this is a Jaden Daniels. Look, I understand it's a base Donruss card. Big whoop. But it's one that I pulled. And you could look online. So I'm telling you this because I'm telling you cards, the types of cards I'd send in for grading. This is a card that I pulled. So it's a little special to me. I don't plan on selling this guy. So it's a little special to me. So I'm pulling it. Now, so because I pulled it, so I'm sending it for grading because I'm keeping it. This guy's for me. One thing I want to mention with this was, I'm not telling you about grade, like, is it centered? Here's how you find it centered. Here's how you check the corner. I'm not giving you all that. That you can find that on some other videos. Obviously, I'm guessing you know which cards should be graded or not since you're about to send some in. I'm just telling you how to submit. So when you get a paper card like this, you're not going to press down the same way I would over here. But I'm lightly going to dust it because, again, if there's a fingerprint, which these glossy cards would catch a fingerprint. So just lightly go over that. Then again, grab one of my tabbed sleeves. Try to pull this guy up. Corner goes in, other corner goes in, goes down smooth. Now you can find these tabbed cards on, you can find them on, or tabbed penny sleeves on eBay and such. Oh, and then I want to take this guy out. He's already made room for Mr. Daniels. So he slides in down the middle. I used to tell people, put a little sticky note on the back of your penny sleeve so when the grader gets it, he can just pull that tab out and it comes out ready to go. Well, from what I understand now, PSA actually charges you if they have those in there, because from what I've been told now, they have a machine that when they get all these cards at once, they have a machine that just slices the edge off of these card savers and they pull the cards out that way. So then if there's a tab on there, now they got to deal with that. So for what it's worth. Now these tab penny sleeves aren't the same thing. It's a different thing altogether. But now if you don't have the tabbed penny sleeves, let me show you this little trick. You can also do this. So you take, so this is you can see this is the top of it. You can take it and just snip the corner like that. Let me grab a random, okay, so I have this card over here, and I'm not sending this into grading just for an example, but you send it in, see now it's not catching that corner. Can you see that? It's going right by the corner, and smooth, like never even touches the corner. So that's really nice. So that's a good way to, you know, sometimes you're putting cards in, and when it's a full sleeve, let me see over here, like when it's a full penny sleeve, it really wants to catch the corner, like right here. See, it's catching it right there. And it goes in, but you caught that corner and you don't know if that did any damage or not, but Louis Hill, he can deal with that. He can deal with it. So those are those two. If it's a cardboard, like a regular, you know, this is old school, just again, lightly, you just want to lightly get the fingerprints off of there for those. But otherwise, you can treat those all the same, just the way I showed you. Just lightly brush them out, or, you know, wipe them off. And now, so let me go through the cards that I am sending, so you have an idea. These are the other ones that I have to still sleeve up. So we'll go through these first. We'll go through all of them. So the reason I'm going through these is so you have an idea of what cards I'm sending in to get graded. Tim Stutzla, he's the Young Guns that I pulled from 2020 Series 2, I believe. And so I'm sending him to get graded. I got to sleeve him up. Caitlin Clark, WNBA Select rookie card. Going to get her graded. The Prism rookie card. Going to get this graded. Looking forward to that. As you can tell, I like me some Caitlin Clark. She's awesome. This is a light blue Prism. So now these are, you know, they're not super valuable cards. The Stutzla obviously has, they all have good upside because of who they are. But these two are base cards. And generally, you're not really wanting to send in base cards. But for an outlier like, let's say, Caitlin Clark, Jaden Daniels, Wembanyama, like guys like that, maybe you do send in. Okay. So Saquon Barkley, this is just a Donruss rated rookie card, hoping to get a 10 on that. Now this is an 85 or 84 Topps John Elway rookie card. You can see it's centered pretty poorly. But again, I pulled it. My wife gave me those packs as anniversary gift, so I want to get this graded and go from there. This one I pulled as well. So cards that I pull, I'm excited about. Now here's a now here's a Kobe Mayo. In most cases, I would tell you not to grade prospects so much because you can grade them later on, and you can find out Kobe Mayo maybe is garbage. He's no good, and then I didn't waste any money on grading him. Or I pulled this. I'm excited about it. I want to get it graded. It's a home field advantage. Those are pretty cool cards. So in other words, for PC, stuff for my PC, maybe I'll get graded. For instance, this guy, Larry Fitzgerald, bought him off of ComC. It's a really nice looking card, little centered to the left, but love the card, so I'm gonna get this graded so I can put it in my display, and because I love it. Another Caitlin rookie card. This is the ones I just went over the first time when we went through them. 84 Eric Dickerson. So let's see. This was one that I had originally sent. So these are crossover ones. Originally sent this to SGC, and they gave it a 5. I think it's a better than 5, so I'm going to try PSA. You can look at, I did a video on Kraken Slabs. You can check that out. Justin Jefferson Canvas, Nikola Jokic rookie card, Aaron Judge rookie card, Shohei Ohtani rookie card, Matt V. Mitchkoff Young Gun that I pulled recently. And then these are all cards from my buddy Patrick Imhoff, who asked me to submit these for him. So it worked out good for me because it was a buddy, and he sent them to me. He packaged them all, except for this one. I had to crack this one out of a SVC case for him, and he was cool with that. But these 4 helped me get to my 20. So we could do the $20 per card price, right? So that's good sometimes. So if you have some buddies that collect, it might be a good idea to see if they'd like you to send some in. You guys can split the cost, and it works out good. All right, I'm gonna sleeve these up, and then we'll do the submission through the website, and we'll go through that. Okay, I'm down here in the corner here, so let's go ahead and get through this. Go to psacard.com over here, and now we're going to go to Collectors Club, because I want to show you about the pricing here. So you don't have to be a member of Collectors Club, and I'll show you what the difference is to submit cards. But here we go. So first, the $149 a year. This is the one that I have, and you get $60 to spend on Fanatics Live. I use it to buy into repacks on Fanatics Live because I know I'll be getting something back, even if it's a lower end. Like I put in $25, I think $25, and I got a PSA 10 2012 Bryce Harper, a Bowman Bryce Harper rookie card. Pretty awesome. I'm all in on that. That was great. So that was a good buy for me. So I get something back for my $149 besides just being able to send in cards. Now $199 a year, you get $125 to spend. So an extra $65 plus Card Ladder Pro, which is awesome. That is the best, in my opinion, the best collection tracking software there is. It'll tell you daily how much your collection is at compared to pricing, daily pricing changes because of cards that have been sold or whatever. But it's an awesome Card Ladder is pretty awesome if you want to check into that. However, I already had Card Ladder Pro, so I ended up just getting this. But this is a pretty good deal. So consider this one. Then again, consider neither of them, because we're going to go ahead and go to the authentication and grading, and you'll see the pricing. So this is for TCG, like Pokemon and stuff like that. The value bulk is what we're talking about. Collector's Cup only 20 card minimum for $20 a piece. Now, 20 card minimum can only be 1980 to present or 1979 and older. So if you don't have 20 cards of one of those eras, then you can't do the bulk. So that means you'd have to do just the straight up one card at a time thing. Now, if you do one card at a time, say you got 5 cards you want to send in, that's $125. You could do 6 cards for that amount if you'd have to do 20 cards though. So if you notice, this does not have Collectors Club over here. So you can do this without having a Collectors Club membership is what I'm getting at. So let's go ahead and start the submission. So I've actually already done this, but my microphone didn't record it right. So I'm starting again. I'm going to do a different one, and I just won't submit. But you'll get an idea of how it all works. So this is the one I did do. We're just going to do another one. New submission. We're going to do classic. The PSA guided is only for TCG, only for Pokemon and Magic the Gathering and all, Loricon, all that stuff. We want classic submission, which is for the sports card collectors. It's not difficult, I promise. Trading cards, select. That's the one you want. Grading, you want that. You don't want the autograph. You don't want any of this stuff. This is different stuff altogether. You can read that. It tells you what those are, but we don't want that. We just want regular old trading cards. Now, the ones we're doing today are from 1980 to present. So we're basically modern cards, okay? So I select that one, continue. Now I'm going to go through and add my cards, right? That's not too crazy. So I like to do the year, the make, the name, and the card number. Oops, missed a J in there for Judge. Could be Aaron Fudge, you never know. Aaron Judge 287, so you see it right there, right? You have all these parallels to choose from. It's good to look through the parallels, especially if yours is a parallel. But you just choose that one, quantity 1, and it's going to give you the maximized insurance value already right off the bat. So I'm going to go through these. I'll pick out a few that I think will be interesting to you. I'm not going to do all of them because I just did them all, and I'm not going to. I don't want to create another submission, right? So I'm just going to do a little bit. So this is the Ellie De La Cruz Topps Gold. So you see here gold, there's chrome sapphire gold, there's gold foil, there's the regular base card. So what's cool is you hover over this and it shows you, yep, that's gold. That's the one I want. So you do that, boom. The next one, let's do, we'll go back to a football card. This is Larry Fitzgerald's rookie card. So now this is going back a few years. Now Topps Collection is a different thing. Topps First Edition is a different thing. So you always want to make sure you get the one that yours is. Okay, so let's do a football one because football's a little different because it has the old Panini. Oops. Justin Jefferson. Now remember, this is a canvas one, number 313. So Canvas Studio? I don't know. Is it a Canvas Studio? Let's look at it. Just mouse over. No, mine is not numbered and is not gold bordered. But this one is exactly what it is, Canvas. So I select that, save, and then add in the next one. Let's see. Let's do the Caitlin Clark in the prism, the light blue prism. So this is a little trickier. It's the Monopoly. Caitlin Clark, WNBA 27 is the card number. Now it's a light blue prism. If you don't know the parallel, you can go to Beckett, just go to Google, search the set or the series. This would, in this case, be 2024 Prism WNBA Monopoly, and then type in Beckett, like add Beckett to the end of that, and it'll pull up Beckett's basically breakdown of the entire set, and you'll be able to see the different parallels and such on there. So let's find this here. It's a light blue prism. All right, so we'll try some of these other ones. Okay, so for instance, this one. Now, that looks like mine. It's not, but it does look like it. Mine looks like that. So you really have to be careful. Make sure you pick the right one. They're both light blue prisms, but mine's 27. This one's 65. So you see the difference. Mine was the insert, WNBA insert 27. This one's 65. So this was the one I'd choose, right? Let's see. The Young Guns. So Young Guns Lucas Raymond. I'm going to bring him up specifically for a reason. So it's not French, not jumbo, it's not exclusives. It's this guy, right? Let's see. Yup, that's what my card looks like, or Patrick's card looks like. Now, he gave me 2 of these to submit. So quantity 2, and then save. That's it. Then you go proceed to checkout. Oh, well, I'm supposed to have 20 in here. So I will quickly add the 20 and then we'll go back and I'll show you what to do. How's that sound? Okay, so we're officially at 20, so I'm going to proceed to checkout. That's my charge with insured return shipping. I'm going to ship it myself. I'm not going to purchase the prepaid label. Ship my own. Do we want it to go to the vault? Nope. Do we want it to go to eBay? Nope. I want it shipped back to me. And that's my address and my phone number underneath that and my credit card and all that good stuff. So then you go down to the bottom, you hit review order. And then it goes over everything. This stuff, ship your own, provide after checkout. Then again, it has your address, your phone number, which credit card you're using, that says place order. You have to check this to place order. Once it does, you want to print out what it tells you to print. But let's see if we can get to it on my previous order. And then let's see. This is the one that's not received. Yeah, this one right here. Okay. So I can print. So this is where you would go once you complete the order. This is what pops up. There's your submission order number. Maybe good to write that down, but you will be printing stuff out. You print the submission forms, the label. You print those out. It's going to be 2 copies of your packing list. They want both of them. You're going to send both of them to PSA. So if you want to send, it'll also print out basically a receipt for you with your listed players, with your listed cards on there. So you can watch this video to see how to package it, what to do, or you just go step by step down here. Prepare your items. We've already done that. Arrange them in order. You've done that. Punch them in. We've done that. Now protect your items. They suggest putting some cardboard around your card savers with the packing list, and then a couple rubber bands. We're going to do that. Place them into one box. All of it wrapped securely, so it's protected securely. And then on this thing that you print at the top, you're going to cut out a little barcode. So you want to put that on the box and then ship away. You're going to end up shipping here. So that's pretty much it. So now I'll show you down below. I'll go ahead and package it up and show you what I did. All right, so here's my stack of cards, and here's the packing lists, 2 of them. And here's the little thing I gotta cut off and affix to my box. Which I guess just allows them to, when it gets there, they can scan it quickly and say, your box has been received. You'll see that you'll get notices. You'll get notice that's received. And then I don't think they send some companies send notices of how far along it is. So, all right, let's go ahead and pack these up. Now remember, you put these in the order that they were submitted, or that they were entered. So that's what the order these are in. Make sense? Now, these are different probably than the order that you saw that I just punched in, but that's because I did had to do a different recording because I'm a great big dummy. Okay, put the cards in there. Actually, to be honest with you, I like to put put this over that and then this over that. Let's see if I can do this without showing all my info. Yeah, like this over that, this over that. And then the rubber bands. I'll actually probably end up using 3. I like to go across. And then this will probably go twice. I know, we just do it once there. Use one more rubber band. So that's secure. That's not going anywhere. The cards inside aren't going anywhere. Then you get a box. So for me, I like to just reuse stuff. This is a box I got from Amazon. So all right, I'll just use an Amazon box. Hey, put a different label on it. Set it in here securely so that nothing's gonna crush it or hit it, right? Some of this over here. And then we close her up And we got the packing lists in there. Remember, we already put those in. Then we close it up, tape her up, and put the, we'll do a shipping label. Now, here's something that a lot of people, the comments I get a lot, hold on just a second. A lot of comments I get on my videos whenever I do these submissions is, hey, where's the label? Like, where's the label I print to send to them? Unless you saw at the end where it said you could buy the label from them. Unless you do that, they're not going to give you a label. You got to do that through the post office, or I like to use Pirate Ship. Pirate Ship does it's really easy. Pirateship.com. It's really easy and pretty cheap. They're not, they're cheaper than a lot of just postage. They're pretty comparable, and it's easy because you can do it right from your computer. All right, and then I'll put the label right there. Make sure you don't have any other labels on here. Like originally, see, like I had to peel these off so these weren't visible. So I'm gonna print out the label, and then, or I'm gonna print out a label from Pirate Ship, and then I'll come back and we'll put that on.